Octopath Traveler is rated T for teen. Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Octopath Traveler. In the last episode, we came here to the coastlands in Rippletide to see what was up with Tressa. I'm going to put a card here, if I can remember, so you guys can just click the link to go right past to the next episode. Before we set off, I'm going to be changing up some of the gear for the oh, that is expensive. Didn't quite realize how expensive that was. But I'm going to be just putting on some extra stuff for ourselves because a lot of the gear, we need a little bit more gear, I think. IMO. Personally, you know, rip to other people, but just figured we probably should be gearing up a little bit more since we are a little bit, I think, underprepared in regards to some stuff. That being said, though, we can still kind of, it is what it is. But still, just want to make sure, you know, we get some good stuff, and I'm gonna heal up at the end first. Because we gotta heal up at the end so we don't die on the way to the Flatlands, because that is where we are going. Because we are going to the Flatlands to see what is up with Cyrus in Atlasdam. So let's head on out. Alright. So I've also been giving it a little bit more thought. Since I'm switching out characters each time, I'm going to be switching out Alphen this time because realistically, I didn't really want to because of, like, the concoct thing, but, like, I realized that I haven't bought any more of, like, the concocting ingredients, so I'm like, I might as well just give up on that, for now, at least. Alright. Alright, I say, as I always say, alright. So now we get to go to the north of Rippletide coast. I believe this is another cave? Or is this... I don't believe... What? Really? This is just a random divot? This seems fake. Okay. Dang. I do have to wonder, though, can we learn any new skills while we're right here? We can. Therian can learn some skills. So he can learn Shackle Foe, which reduces their physical attack, Armor Corrosive, which reduces their physical defense, and Share SP. I'm not really sure which one would be the best. For right now, I think we'll go with Share SP, because then he can steal more stuff. Increases character speed by 50 points. Sounds good. Alphen can also learn a skill. Since we do have the inspiration, I think, yeah, that's what gives him the SP per attack. I think we can go with Vivify, because that can save us a little bit of HP and stuff. Speaking of HP, Hale and Hardy boosts his max HP. Tressa can learn another skill. I'm not sure what would be the best, but I think doing Trade Tempest would be good. Being able to just hit all foes with 1 damage. Tressa gets the skill Endless Items, so basically if you use an item, there is a 25% chance that it does not get consumed. So she is a good item user for that fact. I see that chest down there, and I would like it. Alrighty. Let's please just... let me grab the chest. All of life. Is there something else back here? No, it's just fake train. Alright. Oh god, not one of you guys again. Another one of those stupid rock tortoises. Take forever to kill. I might kill Therian. I guess I'll give it a brick. And grape or plum as well. Yeah, these turtles make quite a fight, and these stupid seabirds! I cannot wait until we get Cyrus, because he has a special skill that allows him to reduce encounter rates. Okay, gotta be chest down here. Healing grape. Awesome, we're at 13 minutes for stinking this walk path thing. Alright. We are almost to the flatlands. On fortifying nut, I believe those boost defense. Now we are in the East Atlasdam Flats. So we are finally in the flatlands. Flatlands, in comparison to IMO, the flatlands are probably one of my least favorite areas. I mean, they're flatlands, they're plains, they're flat. We got a bunch of new enemies because this is a new area. We got some frog guys and some pigs. Are you weak to daggers? No, unfortunate. Alright. Level slash. No one's weak to swords.
Alright.
Last stand. No one's weak to axes.
Here I go.
Trade Tempest. No one's weak to wind. Great, that's all of my AoE moves.
Nice try.
These guys are incredibly weak, however, for the fact that they are, well, as you can probably take a guess, they are level 1 enemies, more or less. So, wildfire? Please? Something? No?
My turn now.
Here goes
Deal.
nothing.
Besides maybe ice?
Cool off.
No? Are you guys weak to spears? No?
Let's do this.
Are you weak to bows?
Out of my way.
Fire?
Don't.
No? We can't make bacon out of you guys? Unfortunate.
Here we go. Let's get down to work.
Alright, well, I guess I'm just gonna... Yeah, sure, heal my SP, kinda.
Let's do this. Try this.
That's awesome.
Big idea.
Intimidate, weakening all of our attacks. Jerk.
Here goes nothing.
Whack it, Alphin.
How about you?
Alright, we just gotta whack him.
My turn.
Let's do this.
Oh. I was kinda hoping it would survive just so Alphin could whack it twice to get more SP out of it. Alright. Okay, hopefully, yeah, this shouldn't take much longer, and I can cut out most of those fights since they were mostly in the coastlands. Inspiriting Plum, this is Atlasdam, I don't need to check the sign. I know this for a fact, because... Whoa, where... Oh my god!
This is the
There's a new enemy too that I have to check out. Fortunately, Oberg got a level up, so he still all of his SP. No one is weak to stinking...
The winds of fortune are howling.
Gosh, no, da ba. Is anyone weak to anything? Oh yeah, and then also, I'm not sure if I ever went over it, but I got share SP on Therian so that he can give half of his
Here
SP
goes nothing.
to an ally, and if he boosts it, he can raise it to 100, 150%, and 200% of his current SP. The only trade-off is that if you boost, he will actually lose all of his SP, I think. So, yeah, something to keep in mind.
Nice try.
No.
But, you know, it synergizes quite well for the fact that he can, you know, use Steel SP to recover his lost SP. So, like, let's actually bestow some onto Alvin, since he is running a bit low.
What to do?
Just trade Tempest these guys. Man, you really gonna do that to me? You really gonna do that? Whack you. Alright, well, if I use... Nope, I don't want to use share. But yeah, 200 so you can get a lot of SP out of this. And I literally lose out on it. Gosh darn it.
Don't start things you can't
Hate it
finish.
here. But then again, he got a level up, so what difference does it make? Alright. How far do I need to walk into Atlasdam? Good lord. I was gonna be mad if I got stuck with another enemy fight. Hello? You see that library near the palace? It's filled with all sorts of historical books.
And thus-
Libraries aren't for me. My cows are my priority.
Hi-ho!
This guard is Atlasdam, largest city in all the Flatlands.
Very
It's a city of learning where many scholars came for the purpose of studies and research. That's great. Do you have anything good I can take from you? Awesome. Thanks, bro. Can I inquire? New weapons for sale. Alright. I'm just kind of like, you know, I feel like I should probably, I'm obligated to just take a little bit more time in these towns, I feel like, because they are probably good. You can get a lot of, okay, so I'm going to ignore that for now. That is a quest item. That is a quest item, and I don't want to pick it up because I would like to do it when I do a video on quests. Steal from you? Yes I can. Nope. Don't care. It's mine. Alright. I didn't even talk to you. I plan on studying hard and becoming a scholar. Look at this friend, this huge Agaran isn't... Is this also a quest item? I think... Yeah, this is also a quest item. Okay. It's also a quest item. Don't worry about it. Hidden item. Alright. Hidden item right over here. Blue glowy orb. Light soulstone. Those are good. Anyway, I will...
Hello there.
Alright, so the royal palace here. I'm just gonna yoink from this guy. I feel obligated to just steal stuff, you know? Okay, well, whatever. Inquire, guide with ease, so that makes it easier to guide people, which is like Primrose's ability, but then also someone else's. Okay, but I'm going to stop stealing, yoinking things off of people. This is Cyrus, the guy we would like to talk to, so let's talk to him. Yes, I think I now know who stole that tome. Perhaps I should go have a little chat with him, just to make sure we all understand one another. His name is Cyrus, and he is a scholar. This is Atlasdam, nestled in the fertile plains of the Flatlands. It is home to the Royal Academy, where many a scholar studies night and day, to bring the light of knowledge to the royal family and to all of the realm. He passes his days in the halls of the great library, devouring tomes to his heart's content. It is in that library where he learns of a grievous theft. Certain that one of his fellow scholars is the culprit, Cyrus sets out alone to confront the man. In his shadowy subterranean study, he will need wise allies on the path he has chosen. Yep, we'll take him along. I'm gonna kick Alpha now because I haven't really been using the concocting skill that much, so you know, it is what it is. And then I'm gonna move him to the back, and then I'll work to the front. I have to reorder it so everyone is in order of their arrival. You don't understand, it's absolutely critical. Alright, and then we will hear the beginning of the tale.
And so it was that Atlasdam was founded some 2 centuries ago. Indeed, our fair city-state is among the longest standing on the continent of Austera. But there was another city-state with a history as long and proud as our own that came to a tragic ruin only 8 short years ago. Now, who can tell me its name? How about you, Cyrus?
I think it was...
Now, no need to get all flustered. There's no shame in not knowing an answer, so long as you have a desire to learn. The answer is in your textbook. Go on now, look it up.
Yes, Professor. Let's see. believe it was Hornburg?
That is correct. Hornburg was ruled over by a royal family said to be descended from priests of an ancient and long-forgotten religion. On the other hand, our fair Atlasdam was founded by one of the original clans that inhabited the flatlands. Who can tell me how many clans lived in the flatlands at the time? Your Highness?
The histories have it that 8 clans did live in the flatlands in those days.
Correct you are, Your Highness. It was a time of great strife here in the flatlands as the 8 clans waged a long and bitter war. Change would come when the armies of Grandport invaded these lands some 2 centuries ago. At the time, the rulers of Grandport sought to exert their influence over territories inland. Ironically, this compelled the warring tribes to put aside their differences and unite against their common foe. Oh, but look at the time. We'll pick up where we left off next time. Don't forget to read chapters 3 and 4 before our next lecture. And be prepared to answer questions on any of the material within.
Yes, Professor. Thank you for another most stimulating lecture, Professor Albright.
Hello?
Ah, Professor Albright. Mercedes from the Royal Library came by with a message for you. Seems today is your lucky day. You've been granted permission to enter the Special Archives.
Splendid.
Splendid. Finally, I can begin my research. The library is just outside the palace. I'd best make haste. So this is actually quite interesting for the fact that, like, now, coming back to this after having played the game, and I finally, oh, sorry, I'm gonna have to get cut off. Professor
Albright.
Oh, thank heavens you're still here. I thought I had missed you.
Your Highness.
What can I do for you, Your Highness?
The truth of the matter is...
If you can spare the time, I had a question about something we learned today.
But of course.
But of course, Your Highness, it would be my pleasure to answer anything. After all, my role as your tutor is as important to me as any of my research. Unfortunately, I cannot spare much time. Is the question a quick one?
Indeed.
Yes, Professor. It will not take long. I was just wondering about the ancient religion of Hornburg. Pray tell, what did they worship?
Very astute of you.
A very astute question, Your Highness. However, I fear that nearly all texts detailing the nature of the religion were burned and lost when Hornburg fell. I see. A shame, that.
The truth
I
is...
do, however, have a theory of my own. I believe that the royal family of Hornburg were guardians of an ancient power. Mind you, this is not idle speculation. My theory is based on the fact that...
Oh.
Let us continue the discussion another time. My apologies for keeping you, Professor.
With pleasure.
No need for apologies, and it would be my pleasure, Your Highness. That such questions occur to you is a sign of a sharp and curious mind.
I thank you.
Your lectures on the history of the realm are most fascinating to me. For if I do not learn of our past, how can I hope to lead my people to a bright future?
Indeed.
A most admirable philosophy, Your Highness. The people of this land are truly fortunate to be led by one of such wisdom and kindness. As I am truly fortunate to have the opportunity to serve in some small way. You are far too kind, Professor Albright. I am proud to be your student.
Ah,
Oh dear, I'm running late.
good day.
Pray do not forget your assignment, Your Highness.
Farewell.
Of course, Professor.
Ah, Cyrus.
Oh, hello there, Therese.
Yes.
Did you have a question for me as well?
No.
I mean, no. Good day, Professor. Okay, what was I talking about before? Right. After having played this game, and, like, coming back to the beginning, you know, when he's talking about, like, Grandport and the 8 clans, like, you know, I can, like, it's like, I know these places, like, it makes it a lot easier to kind of understand, because when you first boot up the game, you're just kind of like, you know, okay, that's a place, great, anyway.
It's me, Cyrus.
Good day, Mercedes. Cyrus Albright here to browse the special archives. Oh, Professor Albright, you're looking quite eager today. When I heard that an original copy of The Church of the Flame, A Complete History, had been donated to our archives, I simply had to be the first to see it.
I see.
You're more on top of our collection than I am. Just sign here.
With pleasure.
There's something amiss.
Actually,
For someone known as the most brilliant mind in the Royal Academy. When you talk about books, you're as giddy as a schoolboy. Ha ha ha! When you put it that way, yes. Much as a child is fascinated by a new toy. I am titillated by the prospect of acquiring new knowledge.
I see.
Right, the expression on your face says it all. Anyway, everything seems to be in order. Enjoy your quest for knowledge, Professor.
Many thanks.
Many thanks, my dear. I most certainly will.
What have we here?
How odd. The tome is nowhere to be found. Did someone return it to the wrong shelf? Not here either.
An interesting.
These archives are strictly guarded and curated. Wherever could have gone.
Professor Albright.
Professor Albright, the headmaster would see you at once. Of all the times to... Oh well, might I ask of you a favor? What might that be?
The truth.
The tome I
is-
mentioned before seems to have gone missing. Could you locate it for me?
I see.
Missing? Huh. I'll begin looking at I'll begin looking at you, Professor. Yeah, don't worry about it, bro. I'll begin looking at once, Professor.
Many thanks.
Many thanks, my dear.
Cyrus Albright, by your request, sir.
Do enter. My apologies for summoning you on such short notice.
How might I be of assistance, Headmaster?
That treatise on arcane studies you published. What in the gods' names were you thinking?
Sir? I do believe I made my hypothesis perfectly clear.
I'm not talking about your hypothesis. You went out of your way to cite one of the texts in our special archives. The knowledge housed in those tomes is the Royal Academy's greatest treasure. It is not to be divulged to the public at your whim. Laying it bare in one of your silly papers is out of the question.
I am fully aware of the value of those tomes, Headmaster. It is for that very reason I would share the knowledge with my peers.
You are to share nothing! That wisdom is for the Academy and the Academy alone!
But that goes against everything...
Enough, Cyrus!
Even my best argument is sure to fall on deaf ears. The Headmaster sees knowledge as a medal or precious stone, something to be appreciated by its rightful owner alone. Knowledge is power, and power is to be hoarded. An unfortunate attitude, indeed. My sincere apologies, Headmaster. It won't happen again. Is there anything else you need of me?
That is all. You may go. Wait, there was one last thing.
Sir?
I heard the Special Archives will be closing early today. If you have research to do there, I would do so quickly.
Good gods. It's as if he enjoys watching me suffer. Thank you for your concern, Headmaster. In that case, I'll be on my way.
Enter.
Excuse me.
What's the matter?
Yes, what is it, Therese? It's about Professor Albright, sir. Make for the library, okay. Hello, ma'am. What do you have to say? Lawyer library. Yeah, sure. All are allowed. Sure. Surely that's true after Yvonne just chewed me out for using knowledge.
Can I help you?
Professor Albright.
A moment.
Did you have
of
any
your
luck
time.
finding the tome?
My apologies.
I'm afraid not.
Say it
Well,
not
this is
so.
most unfortunate. One might conclude that it has been stolen.
Actually,
Professor, taking books from these Professor, taking books out from these archives is strictly forbidden. And as you know, the keys to the vault are entrusted only to a select few. Quite honestly, it would be easier to steal the crown off the king's head.
Aho!
An impregnable vault, a disappearing tome. It would seem we have quite the mystery on our hands. And the mysteries of the world are meant to be solved. Or so the scholar in me says. Would you not agree?
If it had been stolen, I would say it's a job for the city guard. But I can see you won't let it go until you've cracked the case, as it were.
Indeed.
You could say that indeed, a habit I just can't seem to break. Once a puzzle is placed before me, I simply cannot rest until I've worked out a solution.
I see.
Well, far be it from me to stand in your way. It must be tough being a genius.
Leave it to me.
I'll not deny it. Worry not, the tome will be back on the shelf before you can bat an eyelash.
Take care.
Right, thanks. Best of luck in your search.
Time
And the game is afoot.
search.
Now where to begin my search? I suppose I should inquire with Mercedes as to where the keys to the library are stored. The guard at the front door would know who had been frequenting the library lately, as might my fellow scholars. Then mayhap I should pay the headmaster a visit as well. Alright, and this is Cyrus's path action. He can scrutinize, which is similar to Alphin's inquire. The difference is that it is, I think, technically called a rogue path action, which I didn't even... Yeah, he has a key, yes, he has, you know, the little value of the books. Okay, I didn't even read that, so that should probably be relevant to the story. I think there should be knowledge, guard situation. He knows a little of the true value of the books he guards and the archive key he keeps. I didn't... Actually, wait, I can just pull this back up. Of course I've got keys to the archives, and no, I wasn't sleeping, I was resting my eyes is all, but even if I was sleeping, what would it matter? What kind of fool would bother stealing a worthless tome anyway? Alright, and then we can investigate with Mercedes, and then there's a new guy here.
Are you alright?
Alright, what do you have to say, Mercedes? Only Headmaster Yvonne and the guard station outside should have a key to the library archives. Most intriguing. You are Russell. Oh, Cyrus, I'll trust you not to interrupt my research, so he's a fellow scholar. The key to the archives. Oh, I haven't got that, but I'm not surprised someone stole a tome, considering what they're worth. I've got gambling debts myself, so I understand the temptation. So, Russell seems to have a iffy relationship. But as I was saying before, it is similar to Alphin's, however, the difference between... Cyrus' scrutinize skill is similar to Alphin's inquire skill. The difference is that, Cyrus's is a rogue path action, so if you fail, you can hurt your reputation, whereas Alphin's is strictly level-based, and as such, he does not, you know, Alphin, if he can do it, and there's no penalty. Alright, Yvonne, what do you have to say? You know full well I have a key to the special archives, and that I would never be so foolish as to let it fall into the wrong hands. In any event, I have had no reason to peruse those tombs in quite some time. Because I think he pronounced it tomb.
Splendid.
That should be all the information I need to solve the case. Who possesses the keys to the archives? The headmaster and the guard.
But of course.
It all makes sense now. I don't actually know what happens if you choose the wrong answer. There are only two keys to the archives, one belonging to the headmaster and one to the guardsman. I imagine it's probably just like, oh no, whose key was used to unlock the archives? Headmaster's?
Not exactly.
Okay, yeah. So pretty much it's just, you know, there's no penalty, it's just whatever. The headmaster's key is safely locked away in his office. Furthermore, he hasn't visited the archives today. On the other hand, the guard has been acting suspiciously of late, even sleeping well on active duty.
Oh.
It would be all too easy a task to lift the key off his person. So, is it possible that the guard is our man? No, he would have no motive. The culprit must be someone who understands the true value of the tome. Which is to say, one of my colleagues. It was the librarian. And most likely one who has accrued a frightful gambling debt.
Which means
Put
that...
it all together and our villain is... Russell. We don't get a choice.
Yes.
Indubitably, that shifty scholar Russell. I dare say my logic is foolproof, except that it could also be someone else who was gambling debts and took it off. Like, the fact that, you know, just because Russell has gambling debts and he's a scholar doesn't mean that there isn't another scholar with gambling debts too. Bro, like, this isn't foolproof. This isn't foolproof. This would not pass the bar exam or something. I don't actually know anything about law. Now all that remains is to find our man and make him confess to the crime. Sure. Sure. Word has it he's been doing his research underground these days. Of course, it has to be a cave. It always has to be a cave. It can never just be someone's, like, home office or something. Like, we always have to go so far.
Now then.
I think it's time I did some field work of my own. And so, I've taken it upon myself to investigate this suspicious scholar. Interested in coming along? Yes, okay, whatever, don't care. Yes. Yes, don't care. Cyrus joined the party. Cyrus is a scholar. Oh, this is a status page I never showed off. It actually has, like, really nice art of all the characters. But Cyrus is a scholar, so he can scrutinize, and then also, whenever you enter a battle with an enemy, it will automatically identify one of their weak points if you have not identified all of them. He's actually quite useful to have for battle, but I think just Therian's chest opening ability makes him just generally better. Alright. So anyway, let's begin. Cyrus is also interesting for his combat ability, but I will get into that once we actually get into combat because, well, I don't want to be spoiling too much quite yet. Alright, I'm gonna also be running. I always thought running, like, increases your encounter rate, but I'm not sure if that's even true, because I feel like you encounter just as much.
Time to teach you.
We have a bunch of new enemies. We have some wisps. So Cyrus is unique in that he has access to Fireball and Ice Wind, which is fire and ice, and then also it attacks all foes. And then another thing too, oh, I should have done Fireball, so I broke the Ice Wisp. Oh wait, no, that was the right move. Yeah, that was the right move. But he also has access to lightning moves, and then he has more powerful versions of those moves. So Cyrus is very powerful in regard to elemental attacks. I think bones are weak to wind. Yep. I don't even know why I remember that, but I do. We got this. Just slash him, I guess. Ober can just, like, cut through him like butter. Cyrus is now level 3, so hooray, huzzah. Beautiful. Alright. I should probably try to make better use of the running, because I never do that much, because, like I said, I always thought it brings up more, thinking, oh, we've already seen one of those guys, the ice ones, but not the fire sentinel, so... Okay, this should be the right move then. This should be the shmove. But yeah, just I always thought it increased your risk of getting encounters, because isn't that how it usually works in most games? Most RPGs, where if you are running, you end up like you have an increased chance of getting attacked or whatever. Steal SP from the bone, for, you know, we'll steal from the ice, or the fire sentinel. Net even, trade Tempest. Unfortunate. Alright. Let me just use Ice Wind. Be gone. How much JP am I getting from battles? 18. So I think actually this should be enough to unlock Cyrus's Yeah, his first skill. So he's Lightning Bolt, as I said. He also has Analyze, which reveals the HP and weakness of a single foe, and he has Firestorm, Blizzard, and Lightning Strike, or Lightning Blast, which basically these are just advanced versions of his base 3 skills, and they attack twice. So in the event you want to deal 2 things to the shield break, you can do that. Alright, I think this is the way we want to get going, to get that chest. Alright. Is this a lightning sentinel? Yes, this is a lightning sentinel. Or a light. Lightning or light, I'm not sure. Or it's just a regular sentinel, okay. Are you weak to daggers? No, you're not.
Victory shall be mine.
Weak to swords, though. I know that. Thank you, Cyrus. Trade Tempest. Wind. And then, lightning? Nope. Not weak to that. Fortunately, because we are getting into the later legs of Chapter 1, all the enemies are more or less pushovers at this point. And it's especially nice now that we have Cyrus. He can do AoE attacks, and he'll be very useful in the coming battles, so definitely good to keep an eye on him. I'm sure I'll break the sentinel. And then over it, I'll just use a level slash to kill everything. Epic. Alright.
With each battle, I grow stronger.
I'm so close. Oh wait, no, that was Tressa. That's close to the level up. I can't walk up there to get that, get to the merchant. That's okay, because I want to get that chest, which I have to go down here for. I see you with you and your little things. Tressa got a level up off of that. Alright, wind attire, that could be useful. Oh yeah, also, Cyrus has staves, but you are pretty much never going to be using a weapon on him. Wind attire, that is a pretty good boost. Boosts speed as well. Sprightly earring is good. Boost your speed. Speed is always good. Go zoom, you know. I do have to say though, I'm not even sure what the heck a sentinel is supposed to be. Like, I don't know, it just looks like an object. I don't get it. Alright, Herb of Light, I think that cures blindness. Alright. So we got a merchant right here. Or a peddler, I should say. Alright, we have a traveling peddler. I'm gonna buy just 3 plums. Apologies for that interruption. I love how the peddlers are just kind of like in places, just like, yeah, it's just, it is what it is. Let me make sure everyone is healed up. Mostly going to be just the grapes. Alright, let's confront Russell.
What?
Professor Albright? Are you always in the habit of barging into your peers' offices while they're working?
Excuse me.
My apologies. I would have knocked, but I didn't see a door.
A moment of your
Apropos of
time.
nothing, mayhap you've heard that a certain tome was stolen from the archives. I haven't the faintest clue what you're talking about.
Come now.
Come now, Russell. Playing dumb is just going to drag this out for the both of us. So let's cut straight to the heart of the matter. You're a thief, and I can prove it. What the hells you can?
The truth
Unfortunately
is-
for you, precisely at the moment you were trying to sneak back with the key, your friend the guardsman was just waking from his little slumber. But that's impossible. He was asleep, I'm positively... Ah!
Oh,
Keeping up on our friend's somnolence, are we, old chum? It was a slip of the tongue, I tell you. I know nothing about this goddamn book.
is that so?
Figured you'd say as much. Then perhaps you'd care to accompany me to the academy to prove your innocence, of course. Damn it! Damn it all to hell! It was the perfect plan. If not for your bloody meddling, I could have had it all. And then he just violently attacks us. I mean, not violently, but, well, I guess attacking is inherently violent, I guess. We're just
Out of my
arguing,
way.
like, stinking, oh, these are water wisps. Oh, because they're made of, like, teardrops, and yet they're still weak to fire, somehow. I guess they evaporate. Arguing semantics, as I understand. Level slash.
I will cut you.
Swords! Some of you.
What is the logical course of action?
Fireball.
Oh,
Fireball, yum!
wrong.
I don't know why I said that. Friggin' Trade Tempest.
The winds of fortune are howling.
I'm going to say the last weakness that those water wisps have is lightning.
The battle is truly joined.
Guess I can level slash again, why
Out
not?
of my way.
For a second, I was like, why isn't Alphen attacking? And then I just remembered that Alphen isn't in the party. Which is ironic, because this is like the first stinged enemy in ages that's been weak to axes. So, you know, good going, I guess. Ouchies. Scholar skill. Lightning bolt. They are weak to lightning. Oh my goodness, stop picking on Alpha or Cyrus. I know he's the weakest one. Yeah, I don't know why, but I'm going to mix up Alphen and Cyrus quite a bit. For whatever reason, I seem to do that. On occasion. Are you weak to daggers too? You are. That's epic. That's not epic. No, let's do lightning bolt, and then I will really blast them on the next turn.
How about you?
What to do?
I can use Trade Tempest.
The winds of fortune are howling.
Wildfire. Oh, that hurts. Oh, that's not good. God, there goes my plan. Gosh darn it, you jerk. Alright, well, I can use Therian to use,
Use this.
what is it called? The stabby move.
Out of my way.
You know, I'll steal HP.
What to do?
And then, I guess I can use Trade Tempest.
The winds of fortune are howling.
Oof. That could have gone better. I use donate. Actually, you know, I'll just use a healing grape.
This should do the trick.
Alright, steal SP on Russell.
I appreciate it.
Deals like 800 damage. It's quite nice.
Victory I have made is unbacked.
Level slash, I guess? I'm gonna defend Cyrus if he goes first, because that stinking water wisp is like ruining my life. Alright, lightning bolt, I guess, sure.
My turn.
HP thief, I guess.
Too kind.
Now
Are the wisps weak to lances? They are! Oh, that is good to know.
Let's do this.
I'm gonna use Healing Grape on Ulrich
me
because
help.
he's not doing too hot. Cyrus is also not doing too hot, so this might be iffy. So Russell's muttering an incantation, so his next attack is going to be bad, as the most well-known scholars would say. And then I'll just use, I guess I'll just use Fireball.
Oh,
Maybe this will,
strong.
no, doesn't kill any of either of them.
Truly joy.
Fortunately, Russell should be going pretty much last. So if I use Level Slash, this might be enough to clear out. Nope, still not enough to clear people out. Good lord. What does it take
Let's
to kill these stupid things?
the winds of fortune.
There we go, good lord. Okay, so now we can pretty much just wail on him. Therian can actually use his thieving skills. Sure, steal it, SP. That should restore 8. Yep. And then, Cyrus actually can't really do much. He's weak to stabs though, so that is another thing to keep in mind. Swords.
Let's do this.
Although that's weird. That's very weird. It must be weak to ice. That's probably the last thing, because the staves are the last of the physical weapons, and then after staves it starts with fire, so I guess he must be weak to ice in that case.
I'm ready. Are you?
Steal HP. Thank you.
Let's do this.
Tressa, trade wins on him. So then he must be weak to ice. Because I think that was the only one I didn't try. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. And then I guess I'm gonna just use a healing grape on Cyrus because he's kind of got dookie health right now. Okay. So Tressa got silenced, but that's fine because she wasn't doing that much. Steal
I
SP.
appreciate it. Really.
She can just be our stinking like
Let me help.
item person, which is fine because actually she has the endless items anyway, so she can very safely use items and preserve our stock. Icewind. Especially because she can't, like, the only thing that she has would be, like, you know what, just might as well just stab him. Because, like, I'm not going to be using any Volberg skill, so it's not really worth using the SP on him. We're going to use Icewind.
Oh, ice, pierce them through.
My turn.
And then Steel SP.
I appreciate it. Really.
Over can just whack him with the sword, break him. Therian can then use Steel SP, and that kills him. And we get 17 SP, so Therian is back up to full.
And
Nice.
that's that.
Cyrus also gets a level up. Crushing Jam. I swear, I never meant to. I just needed the money.
Just so.
That tome would fetch a small fortune, this is true. And yet, you did not for a moment consider the consequences?
Say it
In
is
stealing
not
that
so.
tome, you would steal from our students something more valuable than all the realm's riches. A grave crime no matter who would perpetrate it, but all the more unforgivable when committed by one who calls himself a scholar.
Thank you.
Well, I'll be. You actually did crack the case of the stolen book.
That I did, and yet I fear this may not be the only volume our friend had purloined.
Russell has already confessed to the full extent of his crimes and revealed the names of his business associates. We need only track down the books and purchase them back. I'll speak to the guards and see that we can redouble the security of the archives.
What's this? It says there's another book still missing. Did that scoundrel of a scholar steal this one as well?
Actually,
Ah, from the far reaches of hell. No, I can assure you that he did not. It's been missing for some 15 years now. Russell's aggressive borrowing only extends to some 2 years back.
I see.
I see, so this volume was lost, or stolen, long before that.
yes.
Right as always, Professor.
Pray tell me more about From the Far Reaches of Hell.
According to our records, it would seem to be a compendium of ancient rites and long-lost magics.
Actually,
If I'm not mistaken, it was the single oldest volume housed within our archives. Needless to say, it was a tremendous loss.
Most.
Oh, yet another mystery it would seem. Professor Albright, the headmaster would speak with you at once.
Is Autumnus.
Again? What could it be this time?
Perhaps he plans to commend you for your role in apprehending the library thief.
I have no interest in accolades, but if he insists. Alright. Tressa keeps finding 420 bucks. Tressa, freaking, good lord, lady. Like, lay off. Lay off the freaking. Yo, Tressa, this is for your own good. Lay off the smoking. Just lay off the pipe, it's fine.
I've brought Professor Albright, as asked, sir.
Good. Enter. Thank you, Lucia.
Yes, Headmaster. What can I do for you? Something tells me he's not about to offer a commendation.
Professor Albright, a most troubling report has reached my ears.
A report, sir?
An anonymous source claims that you have abused your prestigious position to enter into an illicit relationship with Her Highness the Princess.
Oh. And you believed this report, sir?
If it is untrue, then say so.
Why, it is unfounded, unsubstantiated, balderdash of the highest order!
I would like to take your words at face value, Professor, but I fear the situation is not so simple. A rumor regarding the royal family, even an unsubstantiated one such as this, is sure to spread quickly. If we do not take swift action, Princess Mary's good name could be forever sullied. That is something that simply cannot be allowed to happen. Surely you understand.
And so what do you intend to do with me, sir?
It is not an easy decision to make. Dismissing you outright would be tantamount to an admission of guilt.
If I may be so bold, Headmaster, what about a sabbatical? Professor Albright is put on extended leave, while official accounts state that he's doing fieldwork in a distant land.
What say you, Cyrus? This way, both the Academy's reputation and your own will remain intact.
My reputation?
Do we have a problem, Professor?
Not at all, Headmaster. On the contrary, this might prove the perfect opportunity.
Opportunity? For what?
As a matter of fact, there is a matter which has piqued my interest of late. I was just wondering when I might find the time to do a bit of research in the field. I think I will set forth on a journey. In search of an ancient tome that disappeared 15 years ago. Besides, if I am not permitted to share what I have learned with my peers and the public, there is little point in continuing my research here.
Is that so? Do tell, Professor. What is it that you intend to investigate?
As regards a certain tome. Now, if you will forgive me, I must begin packing for my journey. Good day to you, Headmaster.
An enigma as ever, that one.
Professor!
Oh, Cyrus, what is it?
I heard that you were leaving the Academy.
Then you heard true.
Professor, I'm so sorry.
I see. So you were the source of the rumor.
You knew?
Not until just this moment, when you apologized. And yet, I cannot fathom your motive. Why would you tell such a terrible lie?
You're always helping Her Highness, answering her every question. I just wanted you to pay more attention to me.
And that's why you went to the headmaster.
Yes, but I just wanted to get you in a little trouble. I didn't think they would. I am so sorry, Professor. Can you ever forgive me?
Worry not, my dear. It just so happens that I was looking for a good excuse to go on a journey.
You were?
For some time now, I've wanted to travel the realm and see what can be learned beyond these halls. I dare say the timing couldn't have been better. You see, there's a certain matter I simply can't wait to investigate. So fret not, my girl. If for anything, you've done me a favor. Besides, I am not entirely without fault in the matter. Indeed, I have not been as attentive to you as I should. Had I realized your true intention sooner, I would not be in this position.
Professor, whatever do you...
If only I had realized how devoted you were to your studies, my dear girl.
My studies.
I have always striven to treat all my students equally. And yet, Her Highness is always eager to ask questions, and I was all too eager to answer them. In doing so, may have given the impression that I favored her above you and the others. This was not my intention, but I am at fault all the same. Yes, if only I had seen you for the ardent and devoted young scholar that you are.
Professor. Perhaps you're not quite as sharp as I thought you were.
Yes?
Never mind.
In that case, I should be off. Pray do not shirk your studies, my girl.
Yes, Professor. Will I ever see you again?
I do not see why not, provided we both still live.
Alright, gotta head southwest out of town. Well, are we gonna get hit with another cutscene? We're gonna get hit with another cutscene?
Now, I must find out all I can about From the Far Reaches of Hell. My erstwhile colleague, Odette, knows more about arcane studies than anyone I know. Last I heard, she sojourned in Quarry Quest. I should begin my journey there.
Where have I seen that guy before? And so Cyrus left the academy behind in search of the lost tome. From the far reaches of hell, what dark secrets might its pages hold? Only the guards know. Alright, let's head back into town because this is going to be it for the episode. So, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this content, leave a like, maybe consider subscribing, or leave a comment, whatever feels good for you. And with that, I will see you guys in the next episode, where we head to the Frostlands and meet up with Ophelia. Yeah, we have two more people. We have Hana and we have Ophelia. So we are almost full circle. Quite literally, because the entire map is in a circle. I wonder if that was intentional. Clearly, obviously, it must have been. Anyway, that's gonna be it. I'll see you guys in the next episode. See you guys then.